Let's go ahead and do this. Well, let's go and start with this so I don't forget. So that, you can do that once per year. So now seems like a good time. I'll go ahead and take 2 fair points. All right, good, done. All right, so if I present red of quality 4, it currently is at 3. If I were to use the renown cube to present it, that would be 4. I would get 2 barrels. I mean, but the problem is it's only 4. But I get that every year. No, I think we wait. I'm not going to. Oh, one other main thing that I forgot to mention about here is you always have to move. You cannot stay in the same location unless you have no money. Then you are allowed to go to the center or remain in the center. If it's impossible for you to go anywhere else and take an action. So that's the exception to that rule. All right? All right. All right, Vital, it's you and me. So what do we want to do? Wine experts are always good. And that one, I believe, is recall, right? Come on. Where is it? Where are the wine experts called out? That is the 2016. I'll probably keep that handy. Sorry, a moment. Oh. No, I will never use that. Oh, did I mention I had to find the 2016 rulebook? I put it underneath the insert because we just never play this version. And Vital, what are your thoughts on the 2016 version? All right. I think that allows you to remove a barrel, take it back into your supply. And that includes, I believe, from the magnates in the solo, but I'm not sure. So, all right. Hey, John. All right. So let's see. What do we want to do? I like making wine, so I think we should go ahead and procure some more wineries, and I really like cellars because aging wine and getting better wine just makes things so much better. But so I would like to go there so that it's adjacent to that, but I digress. I will go there for the vineyards. And now the question is, which vineyards? My favorite, which is Douro for the port wine, is unavailable. And I did mention I like cellars, but I already have something there, so I don't think I'm going to do that. I think instead, I think that's a future me problem. I think. Oh, you know it says the randomly choose turn order? I'm not 100% sure that's true. And the reason is, it's supposed to be whoever takes the lower number vineyard to begin the game. Vital took number 9, and I took up there number 4, so I am supposed to go first, per that. Nonetheless, I think we'll go ahead and go to Lisboa, and we will choose that. Obviously, you have to take the top one. The good news, look at that. It's also a white, so that's awesome. So we will go ahead, pay the 5. Bagos. Are they still called Bagos today? What is the money in Portugal, Vital? So that will go out there also because I took that. I will have to place a renown cube there, and I get a winery. So I will go ahead and take a winery. That will go there, and that is going to be a +1 to all of my wine that I produce there. I do not produce it immediately. I only produce this immediately because it's the beginning of the game. But this is, I get a +1. If I get an enologist there, that'll be an additional +2. into that. Now, I can, if you'll notice, purchase a second. However, I am not allowed to purchase a second from the same vineyard. Sad. From the same region. Boo. Now, I can go back to Dow, but I can't go to Lisboa in the same action. So, with that said, I don't know, man. I hate the ones that he took, or that got blocked off, I should say. You know what? I'm gonna do something I don't ever do. So we're gonna go ahead and pay another 5. So there's 10, getting 5 back, and I will place a disc in Ribatejo? Is that how you say it? Ribatejo? I'm trying. Portuguese is definitely not my first language. So we have that. We will take that one. That will come over. And we get a farmer with that. And I know this probably sounds terrible, but Wilbur, I'm not going to take because he seems compromised with sunstroke there. So that is going to enhance our wine production there. All right, that is both, check that, that is one of my 2 actions. So now we are moving into action number 2. That was free to move there because it's adjacent and the whole 9 yards, all the things that I discussed. So now the question is, for 6, and that would cost me 7 to get 2 cellars. I really, really like cellars. Yeah, you know what? Because there is the winery one up there, I think we're gonna. So I'm going to move there. That's going to cost me 1 baghouse to the supply, moving from here to there. So that one goes away. Then I'm going to go ahead and buy, well, you know what? Actually, I'll keep that buck. And I'm going to purchase 2 cellars for a total of 6 each. So that's going to be 7 that I owe. So that is 5. That is 7. We only have 8 of these available. I now have claimed 3 of them. They obviously must go to estates that don't have cellars. However, in addition to that, a couple of things. If I had chosen to place one in either of these, I can do that. However, we don't know what region to place the renown cubes in because, if again, it shows that you place renown cubes whenever you take a cellar. All right? So, with that said, whenever you would take your vineyard that went with the cellar, then you would add an additional renown cube in that cellar or in that region for having taken the cellar. What I'm talking about is had I done there or there. But I put one in region 6, one in region 5, and actually 1 in 4. I need to retroactively do that at the beginning. So that is going to be 1 in 6, 1 in 5, and 1 in 4. Because again, I took a cellar. Anytime you take a cellar, there you go, right? Yeah, that 19 was burning a hole in my pocket, Dimitri. Faux show. All right? All right. So that is both of my actions. Phew. All right. So now, Vital, we're going to reset this. It is your first turn. So here we go. So we come over here. This is, again, the reminder that wherever he leaves, place a buck. However, because he's in the first location, we're not going to. Or, wait, I'm sorry, because he's in the middle, he doesn't leave one there. So I'm just going to put that for the second one as a reminder, okay? So now, there we go. He is going to place, or he's going to remove from the game 2 cellars, all right? And I just want to make sure that I get all of these right. So he's going to draw 2 number cards and add a renown cube to each of those and discard 2. So region 1 and region 9. So I don't forget, region 9, region 1 have renown cubes, and then 1 seller and 2 sellers out of the game. And I would like to point out there are exactly 3 sellers left in the game now. That's it. So now he is done with his action, so these get shuffled back in there. After every action, his number deck gets shuffled in. Whoop, there we go. And however, at the end of a wine fair, scoot that back over. At the end of a wine fair is when his actions actually do things. Oh, there's one more major thing I forgot. He actually moves there. And hey, guess what? He owes me $1. But Vital has bribed the bank somehow, some way. He never pays for anything and he never spends any of his money. But he somehow convinced the bank to cover his losses. So he owes me $1, and that $1 comes from the bank. But hey, I'll take it. No arguments. So action number 2. All right. So now when he leaves, that Bagos is coming out. All right. Wineries. It's going to be very similar to the seller action. All right. So first things first, when he leaves, we're going to go ahead and I guess kind of do it kind of cattywampus there. Now, I'm already there. Doesn't hurt me. So he's going to go over there. Again, he doesn't pay any wood, or I'm sorry, any Bagos for based on how many wood are in various places or anything like that. So he doesn't need to worry about it. It's just us. So when he goes to wineries, he's going to draw 2 cards. And he's going to discard 2 wineries and add a renown just like he did for the seller. So we shuffled that up already. That's going to be in region 5, in region 4. So coming over here, he's going to put 1 in 4, 1 in 5. Okay, done. And 2 wineries out of the game. Done. That is both of his actions. And again, just so I don't forget, these get shuffled in. I'm going to do that now. All this making sense? Y'all following along easily enough? How many of y'all out there have never played Vinhos, first off, in any edition? If you have played it, do you prefer the 2010 or 2016? And finally, have any of y'all played the solo? And what do you think? Mark says it's a bit frustrating with the randomness, but it's a simple AI to run. Fair enough. No worries there. All right, so now we go into our first maintenance, and that is what the B represents right there. So maintenance, we advance the year and taxation marker to the B phase. We take back 1 barrel from the sales area, and so if you take a look in the sales area down here, it says that we remove 1 of them from here. Lacerda takes back his lowest value barrel from the sales area. So again, it would be a 3 or a 3 or whatever the lowest is. If tied, he takes it back matching Annabelle's color. So Annabella, which is Magnate A, that would be a red one. It would be his lowest red if tied. But that said, he doesn't have any to take. That is maintenance. Easy enough. So now we move it over. We're going into our first production. Now, I would like to remind everybody that the production is at currently a -2 per that. Okay, so let's go ahead. You advance the marker over to production. That's done. Age all wine. Step 1. Everything slides 1 spot to the right. If it were there and it fell off, unfortunately, it is spoiled and it goes away. don't let that be you. All right, so that's done. And then at this point, if we had any enologists and farmers, you can choose to reposition them somewhere else. I'm not going to. Okay, so I could move this farmer to there or to there. If I had an enologist, I would not be able to move it because I only have one winery. So, okay. Now, we produce wine for every one of the estates that have a vineyard. So, this vineyard is a value 2, plus 1 for every farmer, 0, plus 1 for every winery, 0, plus 2 for every enologist, 0, plus 3 if you're producing Porto, sad, plus or minus the weather value. So that ended up being 2 minus 2 is 0. There are no zeros. By the way, there are no 9s either. You just flip a 6 around. I thought that was kind of clever. But anyway, there are no zeros. So that means it doesn't produce wine. Wah, wah, wah. But I knew that was going to happen, so that's fine. Now we go through the exact same thing. That is 2, again, minus 2, but plus 1. Hey, you know what 1 is? Better than 0. And it's going to be a white, which means it's immediately going to be a 2 value because it's in the cellar. So hey, at least there's that. This one, similarly, this farmer is going to be a plus 1. So that's, again, going to be a 1 value wine. So at least every region has some wine in its cellars. This one from the beginning of the game, and then those from what we just produced. All right, done. Then, it's a new year. Yay! So, you know what that means with the new year? Give me 1 second. Oh, I moved it over there. Sorry, couldn't find it. All right. The most important and best thing about this new year, that tile. Get the hell out of here. You ain't got to go home, but sure as hell can't stay here. Oh, come on. Glory to Rome. Another minus 2. That's as bad as it gets. And there's only 2 minus 2s in the whole stack. Ah! The enologists looking for white wine of value 4 in regions 3, 4, 6, or 9, which I currently have 4 and 6. And the white, come on. By the way, I'm going to put a little 8 up here as a reminder. That's what Vital said is us winning. God, that was terrible. All right. Anyway, with that said, turn order has not changed. Turn order changes. Notice here, and Vital will always want to go first. So if he goes to that spot, which when we turn over that card, that'll happen. All right. Well, I have $3. I mean, we could sell some wine, but I also could present some wine, maybe. But the problem is, I don't know what kind of wine Vital is going to present. Oh, one more thing. Give me 1 second. Want to double check. There. And I misspoke a little bit. that is that these only flip after fairs, so after year 3 and 5. So I don't get a total of 6 points. I only get 2 per fair. Sad. All right. Over under Glory to Rome's 4.5. I am not playing with the bugs, honestly, because I don't know what happened to the bug tile. It is bugged out, so I don't have it anymore. But if I did, it would. Yeah, that's rough, Kevin. Yeah, I clearly did not. Well, maybe I did stack it. I don't know. Accidentally when I shuffled. I am Poe. I think we have to sell. Well, maybe not. That would give me. You know what? Looking at those wine experts, I think it's worth it because that'll at least get me, it's a free, yeah, it's just free all the way around. And it gets me closer so I don't have to pay for the sales. So action number 1 is going to go there, and I'm going to pay $2 for 2 experts. But I'm not going to bother because I have the money, and you'll see why here in a minute. I'm going to choose that wine expert, number 1, and I'm going to choose that one. Oh, that would have been nice. Okay. So what do the wine experts do? This is an extra point immediately when you export. This is add a renown cube to any one region. This is take a barrel back from the board, which I don't know in the solo if you can do that. I don't know if you can take them from there. That feels cheaty, so I would say probably not there, just from here if you want to. And this is don't pay anything if you move where like that stuff is. So that's kind of nice. All right. So that is action number 1. And now I'm going to go ahead and use this. I can't use it at a fair, but that's okay. So that was the $2 that I technically paid for the experts themselves. And then I think I'm just going to go ahead and take that. That is +2 or fair points. So I'm just going to go ahead and chew those up. So we come over to the fair. 1, 2. So just trying to get those as fast as we can. That's action number 1. Action number 2. Oh. I think we have to sell some wine. I don't think there's any way around it. Man, that production has what you would call hurt. So I will go there to sell wine. So if we look at the sales spot, the lowest value is 3 red and 3 white respectively. Okay, and you are allowed to sell 1 barrel of wine. So we look at our player board. I could sell this one for 3, up to 5. However, whenever you remove a wine from your board, either to present at the fair or to sell or anything along those lines, you may remove up to 2 renown cubes from a region to add to the value of that wine. So that would actually be potentially a 5. However, this is about to become a 5, possibly a 7 next year. And I'm thinking about presenting that wine at the fair. So I really don't want to do that because if you'll notice, the +1s are in the first 2 sections. And I already have a red here, so I think I'm going to go ahead and sell that one from region 5. So that is a value 2. And 3, 4. So that's going to be a value 4 wine. So those renown cubes come back into the supply. That wine now goes away. So that was a 4. I only have 2 barrels here. So that's going to be 1. And that was a red. So that's going to be 4. Okay. I will turn in a 1 and take a 5. There we go. That is both my actions. Now we're at least a little bit more liquid. So there's that. All right, Vital's turn. He is going to export. All right, now for his exporting, keep in mind, he never pays, right? So he is leaving the winery area and going down there. So he would pay $1 to the bank, but again, he cheats. So for the exports, take 2 renown cubes from your region with the most cubes. So I'm in region 4, 5, and 6. 4, 5, and 6. The one that has the most is going to be region 4. I'm going to take 2. To hell with you, Vital. That was unkind. And then place one of Lacerda's barrels in the export area in the highest value space still available. If several spaces have the highest value, choose the leftmost column. Okay? That hurts. That's 11 points. Up to 30. Ugh. Advance his scoring marker, and then repeat it again. 10 more points. That... Goal of the game again? Right. Outscore him, because that's worth 4 accolades. Got it. Yeah, okay. Cool. And, oh, good question that I have now. A moment. With that action, a moment. Other book. That should just go away because I'm just not going to use it. There it is. A moment. Sorry. Talk amongst yourselves. For the export is, yeah, that's what I thought. He takes 2 renown cubes, so he does all the steps. Come on, man. So he takes both from region 6 and puts them back. That's gross. Me no likey that. That was not kind. Thanks, Vital. All right. And now he's going to sell. This is going to be the exact same thing. Take 2 renown cubes from, well, hold on. Leaving there, but he's coming over here, so hey. It's another $1 at least. I'll take it. So 2 renown cubes. And if tied, I believe it is random. So we'll just go ahead and do it this way, since it's random. Even or odd. Dow is even, Rebateo is odd. Well, yeah, it was 4 anyways, which is the right number, so okay. He takes from one region. That's how you wipe out a ton of renown cubes. And now, that was random for that. So now, draw number cards until you draw a number greater than 2 and add the renown cubes to the determined value. Okay, so I removed 1 cube, and we're going to draw 1 card. So 6 plus 1 is 7. Place the barrel in the sales area with the same wine value and color as Annabelle. So that is going to be a white 7, it looks like. So white 7 goes right there. place the money earned in the sales slot in Lacerda's area, and then do it, you guessed it, a second time. Brutal. All right, so that is all my renown cubes, so that's going to take 1 from 5 because that's all the regions that I have. This is a separate action, so that 6 gets shuffled in. No, not going well for me. The -2 on back-to-back years, that hurt. Not gonna lie, that was difficult. Okay, so here we go. Oh, come on, man. So that's gonna be a 9 white. There. So that's gonna be another 9. Play Vinhos solo, they said. It'll be fun. It's not that hard, they said. All right. So that is action number 2. Now we go into maintenance again. Maintenance, he takes back his lowest value barrel, so that will come back. I have none there. That is maintenance. And now we produce wine. All right. Well, I mean, at least there's something. Slide, slide. Again, 2 minus 2 is 0. That really, really, really hurts. 2 minus 2 is 0 plus 1 and plus 1. Ouch. Year number 3. All right. I'm shuffling his number cards while I think here. It's fun and hard. Yes? Yes, it is. No, I am not ready to be a vintner. Frank, no. Or Frack, no. All right. He is shuffled there. How much do I have? I have $8. I have crap wine and no renown cubes now. That really hurt. Oh, it's a new year. Hey, maybe the sun will be shining. So at least there's that. Well, it's better? Okay. So at least all my vineyards will produce. So that's a -1. Oh. I need to double check how, for the fair, how experts work. For a press release. So a moment. Uno momento, por favor. For each matching feature on the vintage tile. So I need that blue one. That's too good to pass up. Okay. All right. Kevin, I needed someone else to feel my pain. I'm here for you, Kevin. I'm here. All right. Now, let me explain what it was that I was looking up here and why this matters. Because I need every little bit I can get. So on this vintage tile is what's going to come into play for when we get to the fair. You'll see that every wine expert that's blue that I discard is worth 3 points of fair points, and every red one is worth 2 fair points. Also, they care, the wine experts, the magnates, Annabelle cares about red wine. Bruno cares about quality of 6 or higher. And Carolina wants from regions 2, 4, 5, or 8. And I have 4 and 5. And both of those are red. So I got that covered. So I'm actually, that's not the end of the world. Yeah, I should never roll dice. Seriously, you ain't lying, Vital. So with that said, I think I will go ahead and go up to the experts. I'm going to pay 2 bagos, so down to 6 now. So there's those. And I'm going to take that wine expert. And notice these are face up because you then immediately can choose the same color if you so wish. And I so wish. So for each matching feature on the vintage tile. So, ooh, you know what? I will choose a red one. Yeah, I will choose a red one. That makes sense. What these do is those allow you once per fair, 3 years, 2 years, or 1 year, to then go ahead and take any one of the available vineyard in the stack. All right. All right. So that is both of those. That feels pretty decent. I have $6 left. In a perfect world. Oh, you know what? $6 might work. Yeah, it will. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to pay $1 to skip over that spot, which I hate doing, but c'est la vie. So I'm going to owe $1 to the game. And I'm going to choose, I can only take one enologist because of the fact that I only have one winery. So that's going to be 3, which means I then could take a farmer, or I could choose 2 farmers. But an enologist is +2, a farmer is a +1. So I'll spend my remaining $5 and I will go ahead and hire those 2. So the enologist, just gonna put them there so y'all can see them, and I'm going to go ahead and put that there. And that is going to be my last 5 bagos. The turn of the yellow player is complete. So now Vital does his worst, and it's his turn. Hey, there's that. Also, part of the reason I did what I did was I didn't want to have to pay extra money, but also he's already gone to those locations, so maybe he would get me $1 by doing this. So he is. So there, I get $1 from the supply. He just left there as well. So I get $1. Nice. So there's that. And he is going to take, let me see, discard 2 enologists and 2 farmers. So the drunk Steve, he's out of here. Those 2 are gone. Wilbur, who he's not fired, he's simply going to the hospital for sunstroke. So there's that and that. Those 2 are removed. Done. So 2 of each. That was action number 1. Action number 2. He is going to take some experts. So place $1. He'll go there. All right. So when he goes there, take the top wine expert of each feature depicted on the vintage tile and place him in Lacerda's area. Okay, fine. So he gets a blue and he gets a red. Done. That is both of his actions. We go into a maintenance. So I take my lowest barrel back. He takes his lowest barrel back. Done. And now we are going to present, or I'm sorry, now we are going to produce wine for the 3rd time. We are at a -1 again, okay? So this is 2 + 1 is 3 - 1. Hey, that's a 2. Check that. What happens? Age all your wine first. Apologies. So that was, hold on, that was a 2, 3 minus 1, that's a 2. A 2 red. There we go. This is kind of nice. That is a 2, a 3, a 4, a 5 minus 1, so that's going to be a 4 white. Yay, enologists. Those ain't no joke, right? There we go. Cool. And that is going to be 2 plus 1 is 3 minus 1 is a 2. And that is going to be a 2 red. Okay. So now that happens, any player that hasn't yet placed their disc in the fair area must perform the press release action. So, in the middle, both Vital nor I presented wines to the fair. You can always do that as an action. I just chose not to yet, but you automatically will do so here at the end. Determine, okay, let me run through the steps of doing that and make sure I don't mess that up. I don't think I would, but just to be safe. Okay. And also, in the solo, I want to make sure that it still goes in regular turn order for this. A moment. Okay. Nope. Same order. So, because I'm first, I will do this first. So, we will go to the fair. Here we go. Declare which wine among yours on your player board you're going to enter into the fair. You can remove renown cubes. No, I can't because I have none. And then earn fair points equal to the wine's value. Okay, now, the wine that I present, I want to match at least 2 of those. And you know what? I think I'll just go ahead. That would be a 4. That's a, all right. I'm going to go ahead and present that 7 value from region 4 that is red. Am I? Hold on. Hold on, I'm gonna need money. So if I do the white, that's 5. No, it's gotta be red from 5. That'll work. It's only a 3 though. It's a risk. Or I could, no. Okay. I am gonna present the big boy wine. No, I'm not. I'm going to present this grappa. So this is a 3 value wine. Okay, so I'm going to turn that into a 3 just so I can walk you all through this step. Okay. So that is actually need to do it up here. That is a 3 value wine. It is red and it is from region 5. So it matches A and C both. That's the important thing here for that. And now we have a 3 value wine. So we earn fair points equal to that value. That's going to be a 3. From 4 makes that a 7. And then choose an empty fair booth and move your colored disc onto it. I'm going to choose that one, that booth. That is go first. That is take a wine expert. That is get $3 immediately. Have some faith in me, people. And this is get 3 fair points. I choose the 3 fair points one. Then the wine experts. For each wine feature depicted on the vintage tile, you can discard 1 face-up expert whose expertise matches the wine feature in order to earn fair points equal to the number of symbols depicted on the vintage tile for that wine feature. If the wine expert also has a symbol with an arrow on it, earn an additional fair point. And then the discarded experts go to the bottom. So I'm going to go ahead and discard both of those, okay? So that said, I'm discarding a blue and a red. I get 3 bumps and 2 bumps respectively, so it's going to be another 5 fair points. So 5 from 7 goes up to 12. By the way, those wine bottles are used in the advanced game, but I just thought, you know, I got them. I might as well make them look, show them off, make it look pretty. So, all right, so now these go to the bottom of their respective decks. I appreciate that, Vital. He said, you're doing okay, even for the amount of bad luck with the weather, and I've never seen that, which that says something. At least I should crush in the fair here, I'm hoping. All right. So then I get to take barrels from the magnate area into my supply that matched. So we established that I match A and C. That's 1. That's 2. Those come into my supply. That's doing 2 things. 1, it's more barrels that can go to the export and the sales area, and also I get what do you call it? Accolades if I have all of them removed. So there we go. Okay. I think, Kevin, I already got my 3 points for that. Somebody can double check. I think I did. And then I discard the wine tile. So that's me. But now, Vital does the same. So he advances his fair marker by Bruno's expected wine value number. He is going to advance his 6. Okay. Then take 2 region renown cubes from your region with the most cubes. You've already taken them all. I can't give you any more, Vital, so none. Place the fair disc in the 3 fair point booth and add it. If it's already claimed, instead, he puts his in the 3 Bagos one, so he gets $3. So 3, I'll turn into, make it a 5. Okay. Discard 1 face-up wine expert for each matching feature and get that number. So he's going to discard the blue and red. Those go face up. So he gets 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 there. Oh, I didn't take the 3 from the 1. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Awesome. Even better. All right. So that is the wine fair. So now let's walk through these steps. I suppose I could have spelled it out from here. Hey, Alyssa. All right. Thanks, Alan and Kevin. I appreciate it. So get fair points directly equal to the wine. Choose a tent, which we've done. Discard wine experts. You may remove barrels if you match up to 2. Discard the wine. And now we're actually going to have the wine fair. The wine fair is you're going to either get victory points or victory points. Ignore that because in the solo that doesn't come into play. And that's why the X's are there. It's 1st and 3rd respectively. And then change turn order. So I'm going to score 9. Vital's going to score 3. So here we go. He gets his 3, 43. I'm up to 9. Awesome. Okay. Now we change turn order. There we go. And then I want to make sure. Got that. Here it goes. Okay. Oh. I also get a trophy. where do we want to display our trophy? I think there with the wine barrels, that's worth a renown as well. All right. So now, as you and Lacerda take turns picking one magnate tile at a time, Lacerda is going to draw and keep going until either he gets a tile or the number deck runs out. So 1 through 6, we're going to be able to choose those. And I believe the cost is a single bottle of wine. A moment. Again, this is completely different from the 2010. So this is, in the new player order, so starting with Vital, he takes either discarding any one wine tile from their player board to take a magnate action or a multiplier when those come out, or pass and don't do this anymore. Once you pass, that's it. All right. So now, looking at me, that is going to be untouchable. I would argue that's probably untouchable. But I got some other stuff that I maybe could get rid of. I have 4 barrels, so we'll see how this goes. All right. So Vital's going to go first, and he's going to choose one of those. And again, for him, it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 in that order. Okay. A moment while I have a drink, and then we'll go. Are y'all enjoying this, and are you following along well? All right, so we're going to shuffle this to start. That's good enough. Here we go. 1 to 6. Nope. So he goes until either he gets a tile or the deck runs out. 5. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this one just gets discarded. Done. Okay. So what one do we like? So we're going to be able to use this tile twice. Theoretically, the weather's not going to be this bad, right? So do we want more vineyards to be able to make more wine? Meaning that, which seems like a pretty good idea. Do we want to grab a winery, a cheaper enologist? I don't know what the right answer is. 2 farmers. I think the enologist seems the least valuable. The winery seems pretty good. And the sales seems pretty good too. To be able to sell 2 bottles of wine. And earlier, by the way, I could have sold 2 if I wanted. Now I don't have to actually take that action. I'm leaning towards the double sales because we need cash. I think we will. I think we will go ahead and take that one. But now, what wine do we get rid of? I think we get rid of that $2 or the 2 value one right there. So that one goes away. Done. All right, Vital's turn to choose something else. Number 2. So he's taking a farmer. Well, not really, but he's taking the tile anyway, so that's gone. Do I want that winery? Or do I just call it good there? I'm kind of leaning towards passing. Because it's not like those are free. I mean, they are extra actions, which are nothing to sneeze at. But the wine, man. What do y'all think? I mean, that is a 3 wine. going to be a 3 wine. So if so, I think that's the one to get rid of. That's a 7. I'm selling that, so we're not touching that. That's a 5. I'm probably selling that. We're not touching that. That is a 4, about to be, at the end of the year, that's going to be a 6, so probably not going to touch that one. And that is a 2, about to be a 4. So I think if we're going to get rid of one, I think we're going to get rid of that one. And if we do, it's going to be for a vineyard. So I guess that's kind of a wash, and it will produce... Yeah, I think it actually is worth it. So I'm going to discard that wine. And I'm going to take the number 6 tile. That one. I think so. I think so. Laszlo, yeah. If you expect better weather, then produce more wine. I agree with that statement. So I feel pretty good about that. Okay, done. So now I have a question. So again, as you and Lacerda take turns picking one magnate tile at a time, in order to know, right, he draws. If it's already been taken, keep drawing until he either gets a tile or the deck runs out. So basically, he's going to take these other 2 because he hasn't drawn 3 and 4, right? I mean, that's how that works. So those will just go away. And then now we're going to discard all the action tiles that he takes. However, each multiplier he takes goes into his area and it's worth 10 points at the end of the game. And once he's out of barrels or number cards. Aha! So he has 4 barrels. Barrels go onto the purple ones because those will score at the end of the game. That's how that works. Okay, cool. So now, again, it's my first time doing this one. So going to be 6 of these. Oops. That is the export action. And that is the last of those. I will look these up and we will go through them together because I feel like this is going to dictate whether or not we need to prioritize those. So looking at them now, let me find where they are. There they are. All right. So the top left is export. That's pretty straightforward. That we got that. So then going there, then there, then there, then there, then there. That is get 2 points and 1 point respectively for every tile you have. Okay. So that's good. Next one is 2 points for every 2. Oh, yeah. That is 2 points for every vineyard to a max of 16. That is 4 points for every full estate that you have with either wineries or vineyards or either. That is 2 for every winery and 3 for every farmer to a max of whatever those points are that are shown. So, okay. So, yes, that is a significant amount of points. Have a good night, Nikos. Thanks for hanging out. Hopefully you come back and watch the rest of it later. Okay. So, basically, everywhere I move is going to cost me money. Good to know. Also, this flips back over, this flips back over, and this flips back over because right there, that little icon right there. And there are only 2 of them. At the end of year 3 and at the end of year 5. Those will flip over. Now, it does not show the magnate tiles. That's because that's... yeah, I don't know why, but it should. So there's that. Okay? Playing with only good weather is easy. Yeah, who's going to do that? You know me better than that, Vital. I would never. Okay, so. Hi, Lincoln. Hi, bud. Did you finally had breakfast? Yeah, was it good? Huh? Was that good? Say hi. There's little Lincoln cameo. Hi, bud. All right, go lay down. Come on. Papa's working. All right. So a couple of things. These get shuffled up, and Vital's deck gets shuffled up as well because it's a new year. I'm sorry, it's a post-wine fair, okay? All right, so the actions that we did not see are the pass and present a wine and the two vineyard ones. So, okay. And that is to move in the top left corner or bottom right corner, all right? So those are the ones we didn't see, and you know what? All right. And we get a new wine card before we go to Vital's turn, so let's do that. Oh, thank God. Get that out of here. Come on. Hey, I'll take it. It's a +1. All right. Man, that feels like just Christmas. Not going to lie. All right. And if we present a wine in the meantime, it's white, value 8, and from 4 currently for us. So 1, 4, 7, and 8 respectively. All right. Whew. Well, you definitely can't say we're playing on easy mode. All right, here we go. All right, so he's going to move. So again, I forget to put, there we go. That'll go there. He will come down to the winery. He's going to take 2. I'm sorry, not winery, the vineyard. Apologies. Vineyard in the bottom right corner. Okay. So draw 2 number cards, discard the top vineyard, and add renown cubes, respectively. That's pretty straightforward. So the 2 number cards, scoot that over. A moment. You know what? I'm just going to do this so I know where to put it. There we go. Region number 7, that is out of play. So we will draw another one. Region 6, hey, that's helpful for us. That's Lisboa. And hey, Region 5, Ribateo. I hope I'm even coming remotely close on that, on the pronunciation. So that's 5 and 6. And also 5 and 6, those are gone. So that is a white and a red. So a white 5 and a red 6. That's backwards. That's exactly the opposite of what we need. Cool, thanks. Yeah. So that's action number 1. Just going to go ahead and put that there. And he's going action number 2. Okay, he's going to present a wine. Well, at least this way I'll know, right? So he goes there. These need to reset. I forgot to do that. Now, important to note, the tents reset. The fair points never reset, and that is across all versions of the game. So keep that in mind, okay? All right, so change the player order. Okay, so in other words, he wants to go first, so that will drop down. Advance Lacerda's fair scoring marker by Bruno's expected wine value again. That's an 8. 8 from 11 is 19. Okay. Take 2 region renown cubes from your region with the most. Well, we got 1 of each, so we need to shuffle up his deck and odd and even, respectively. Oop. All right, here we go. Odd is Ribateo, and even is Lisboa. Odd, and it happened again. That's weird that I keep drawing the actual number. So that goes away. That is 1 removed, and he will choose the 3 fair point spot right there. So he gets 3 fair points. Discard a face-up wine expert of each. So that's going to be a red and a green. He's going to get 4 bumps. Nope, he's going to get 5 bumps. Here's why. Red and a green. He gets an extra bump for that one and nothing extra, no arrow there. So that's going to be 4. That's 5 bumps. So those will go away. 5 bumps. And that will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He finished at 27. So these go to the bottom of the deck. There we go. All right, well, he's done at least for this year. We have 1 spot that won't cost us anything. It'll cost us 1 no matter what. So, yeah, all right, fine. Okay. Well, first things first, we need money. We need to sell. So I think we'll use that to sell to start. So we're going to use this. We can sell up to 2 barrels. That's going to be a red 7. And that's from region 4. No renown cubes. So that is a red 7. And I will sell, I think the white, we're going to produce better wine, and I have 1 year to have it age. However, if I hold on to that, that's going to be a 7 when it comes time to present it. 3, 4, 5, 6. I think I hold on to that. I think I hold on to that. And also, yeah. So if that's the case, is it worth selling a second? Because that would be worth 6 next year, or in 2 years. That'll be worth 6. I think I need to keep that. So that's a 4. That seems worth it at least. I think that's worth it. I'll go ahead and sell that one a white 4. And that'll be a second barrel. Oh, interestingly enough, in the 2010 version, you can only sell to 1 area. So let me double check and see if that's the case in this one as well. One or more of the 3 local establishments. Okay, so yeah, wow, this is just way easier. And that was in region 6. There is a renown cube, so I'm going to add a +1. So that's actually going to be a 5 white. There we go. So that is going to be 7 and 5. That makes 12 bagos. Well, that'll do. That'll do. All right. And we still haven't taken an action out here, but we have 13 bagos. That feels good. I think getting more vineyards, or do we get wineries? I 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14. I am a... Aha. Okay, this is either really dumb or really smart. what I'm thinking of doing. Nah, I think we go vineyard. Fine. What I was thinking of doing was going up here, getting 2 wineries, and then coming back here and getting 2 enologists. So that would give me +3 on both of those. That would be some massively good wine. You know what? We are going to do it. To hell with it. And if this is stupid, so be it. We'll cross that bridge. I can use wine experts, so I'm going to use this one for the 2 bagos. That's going to be a total of 15. So follow my work, shall we? That's 1, 3, 6. That's a total of 7 for action number 1. Action number 2, I have 7. That's 8. And 6 is 14. $14 is one less than I have. So that gives me 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, final answer. That's what we're going to do. We'll see how that works. Plus, this is a full estate that's going to be potentially worth 4 points. So we'll see how this goes. The question is, do we put it here or there in 4 or 5? Neither are red currently, so I don't think that matters. The ones that got thrown away, that was a 5 white. So I know 5 is red next. So it makes sense to put it there so that that gets filled. Yes, done. That's both my actions. Whew. Now we go into maintenance. I choose 1 barrel back, and I'm going to go ahead and take that one. He would take 1 back, but he has none. So now we go into production. Production, as a reminder, is at +1. So now we have some better wine. So that's going to be 2, 3 plus 1. That is a 4. Oh, hold on. Age. So that is a 4. That is 2 plus 1 is 3. That's another 3 and another 3. That's going to be a total of 9. That is a 9 white. Enologist is 2. Winery is 1. So 3, 6, and 9 because the weather. That'll do. This one is going to be 2 plus 1 for the farmer plus 1 for the weather is 4 plus 3 is 7. And that's going to be a 7 red. Done. That felt good. Yeah. And I got rid of a couple of the dollars out there. Okay. All right. It'll be a new year. New weather. I thought that was pretty solid. What do y'all think? That felt good to me, at least. Hot damn, we going to Sizzler. +2. Woo! So, that is, so at the fair, green is going to be important for the experts. And that's going to be white at 9 in regions 1, 5, 7, and 9. If I were to get rid of that white, that would be a 10 white right now. That'll work. That'll work. All right. Vital takes his turn. So, not a fair in between, so we do not shuffle those in. So here we go. Hey, Look at that. He comes over to see me. That'll be $1 from the bank. That'll do. Every little bit helps. He's going to discard the last 2 enologists and 2 farmers. Done. Action number 2 for him. He's going to go for wineries. Yeah, that's fine. It wasn't what I was planning on doing anyway, so that's cool. So coming up for wineries, that'll go there. That leaves 1 bag there. The winery is, he's going to draw 2 number cards, add renown, and discard 2 wineries. So 2 wineries are going away there. Number 6, add a renown into Lisboa. 7 is out of play. 9, 6 and 9. I appreciate you. Thank you, Vital. Maybe we should have looked into doing that in 9, but so be it. All right. So he is done. Shuffle these up. Now, what are we doing? We need money. We have some pretty good wine to sell. We could sell 1 more and then go get a vineyard or 2. Okay. We need money. There's no other way to get money, so it's going to be $1 to get rid of that $1 and to move, at least it's adjacent, so that's sales. So looking at the fair, we'll work backwards on how it is we need to do this. We need to beat him. We're currently at 15. We need to get to 28. That means we need 13 fair points. 13 fair points is whatever the wine is. We can't get any there. And we can do that. We have 2 actions. Oh. I can't. We have. You know what? We can get 4 fair points right off the top. So we need 13. There's 2. There's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We now need 9. Nine. So if I were to present that white wine, we're golden. Done. All right. So that wine is sacrosanct for the fair, which means we can sell anything else. That is a 6 and an 8. And I think that's all we need to do the rest of the game. Or is that more than we need? So we're definitely going to sell this one. That's going to be a 4 plus 1 is 5. $6. So that's going to be $6 there. So that is a 6. And that will go 6 white there. I still have that tile. I forgot about that. And that allows me to buy 1 wine or 1 vineyard. So I actually am only going to sell that. I think so. But man, making that really good wine would be so good right now. But 4 and 5, I don't have the opportunity to match up with those. So I don't think that makes sense. Okay. So do we export? That 8. The fact that we can only export 1 is what's hurting me right now. What do we do with our second action then? If we're only going to buy 1 more You know what? We're just going to sell that one. And for our second action, we're going to pay the bank for that. We're going to come over and we're going to export. But before we do that, we will do that action, which allows us to purchase at a $1 discount. And that $1 discount is going to be from Algarve, which is going to be region 9. So region 9, that's going to be $4 for Bagos minus 1, that's going to be 3. And that will go there. That is a white, and that is going to be 3 Bagos. Get 2 back. Done. In each renown cube, you know what? Hold on one second. There it is. Wines always have a +1 when they're sold, exported, or sent. I think that's worth it. I think so. And if not, then so be it. Hey, what's up, Jacob? All right, so we are going to export a wine because we're still going to get 1 back, and I'll get 2 of those tiles. Yes. I am going to export a 8. That's going to come from region 5. So that 7 is going to go away. +1 in the cellar. That's going to be an 8. And I will go, you know what? Yeah, I'll do, yeah, that works. There we go. So that's going to be 8 points. It's a 17. And then we're in the competition for the 12. And I can't, I mean, I could export another, but we're not going to. Although, we're at a +2, right? We're still going to produce wine 1 time. And we're at a +2. 3, 6, 7, 8. That's a 10. We're going to also export this 10 white. So that 10 white, I think it's worth it. That 10 white will go there. And that'll be 9 more points. 3 and 6. 43 to 26. I think it's worth it. All right, that's both my actions. Done. Fortunately, we're out of barrels. We're going to get 1 back, but yeah. So right now, we go into maintenance. We're going to choose 1 barrel. I choose that one. That comes back. He has no barrels from which to return. And now we are going to produce. And we are producing, again, at a glorious, glorious +2. All right, so here we go. That is 3 plus, everything ages, sorry. 3 plus 2 is going to be a nickel. That is a 5. That is 2 plus 2 is 4, and another 2 is a 10. Wow. That's tasty. There we go. Then that is going to be 3, 4, 5, 6 plus 2 is going to be 8. And 2 plus 2 is 4. There we go. That'll do. All right. Now we go to the wine fair. The wine fair is going to be us and us only. We are currently 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 away. Is region 5 listed? It is. I think we're going to adjust a little bit from what we were planning on doing. Actually, the double-digit number, I think, is better to save. That way it can age a little bit. Well, it's going to be a +1 no matter what, right? So it doesn't actually really matter. So I am going to go ahead and get rid of that one. That's going to be an 11. Presenting that to the fair. So that is 11. That goes straight up to 30. Then I get to choose a tent. I am poor. But you know what's better than that? We'll go ahead and take a wine expert. That wine expert is going to be that one, that green one. Now I can discard any wine expert to get bumps. And I choose to discard that green one because that green one is going to get us 3 bumps right there. So that goes to the bottom of the stack. And that's going to be 3 more fair points there. And then I can remove up to 2 barrels from the magnates. Again, that was an 11 white from region 6. A white 11 from 6, so I can only take a max of 2, so that's going to be A and B. A and B. Those barrels come into my play area, which I forgot about that. That's awesome. Discard the wine, already done. And now we score the fair. Hey, awesome. We score 12, Vital scores 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 12 for us is 26 and 38. Somebody's closer. Change turn order. I choose to go first. I think. Do I? Huh. No, I want to go second. I'm going to let him go first. Okay. And now we're going to take, oh, but choosing the tiles. Okay, fine, I will go first because I want to get the tiles that I want to get. Okay. All right, we got 5 barrels of wine. So that is 2 points for every winery, right? Or, I'm sorry, for every vineyard. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 8 right now. This could be 8. Or 2 points for every tile. I'm going to have more of those, so I think that's the more important one. So I will discard. And now these purple ones require a barrel to be on them, to score them at the end of the game. Okay. Now I have to discard a wine for that. That's the only downside of this, right? That's a 6, a 9, a 6, a 5. I guess we get rid of that one. Oh, that hurts. All right, now we'll shuffle again. That is a good point, Laszlo. Yep. Oh, right. And we won the wine fair, so we get a trophy. Thank you. Or what are they called? They're called accolades. There you go. All right. So we'll just do this up there. So here we go. Numbers 1 through 5, not 2. 1 through 6, sorry. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he's taking the farmers, and that uses a barrel of his. Yeah, that works. Done. Okay. So for us, do I want any of those? I currently have 3 wineries. That's worth 6. This is likely to be worth 8. And here's the other thing. This just straight up gives me an action that that I'm currently on, and I would like to be able to do that. To be able to export 2 of them, I currently have a 6 and no renown in there. I can export a 9. That's 17. That is 19. I could go ahead. Oh, that makes more sense. I need a 7 and an 8 to be able to export, which I currently have a 6 and a 9. 6, 6, and a 9. So I could put a renown cube out and then use that, plus that gives me an extra 2 points. But if I'm going to move, it just costs me money. It still makes more sense. Oh, that would be all my wine at the end. We are going to produce once. Oh, this is so tricky. And what I'm talking about is we're going to produce wine one more time in round 6 to be able to present for the fair. I need to be able to export twice. Or 2 bottles. I do have this, which I could use to purchase the tile. Oh, so I have 4 bottles, one of which I need to export. So this might bite me in the butt, but I'm going to take that tile. And at least it's not going to cost me, it saves me an action. So now it's Vital's turn. He's taking tile 2, it's not there, so it's 3, 4, or 5. 4. So he takes that one, and that is a barrel. That's going to be 10 points for each of those. He still has, oh, I forgot to throw away a wine for that. No, put that back. Oh God, no, that's the wrong wine to do. That's got to stay there. That is the most important wine I own. You know what? We're going to get rid of that 6. Because reasons. 4, 5, 6, 7. That's a 7. And that's a 9, and I can put it there, golden. All right. Do I let him have that? That's 20 points. That's the problem. But, oh, and I need 2 barrels. Oh, this is so... I can't. Because I need both those barrels to export. I can't take any more. So if I don't take any more, that means he's going to take both of those. Oh, no, this is so scary. That's 40 points he has. All right. So now we're going to put these out. That is 2 points for every wine that you have left. That is 2 for every barrel. I have to double check these. 3 for every enologist, 3 for every cellar. That is for how much money you have left over. Good luck with that. And that is, I don't know. I got to look these up. So top left. That is 2 for every wine tile you have in your estate. Yeah, that was right. 2 for every barrel that you've taken from the magnates. Okay, and there's a total of 6. I've taken 4. Okay. Enologists, that's straightforward. Sellers, that's straightforward. Cash is straightforward. The other one, the last one, number 6, is get 4 victory points for each majority you have in a column for the export area, and I'm about to have 2 of those. That's another 8 points potentially. All right. Okay, so the fair is done. We are flip all of these face up now. You are allowed to do 1 expert, each of them once per action. And the question is, can I do the magnate tiles? Are you allowed to do multiple? I am looking. During your action, you can flip 1 and only 1 of them. Okay, so I have 2 of those I can use. Okay. All right. So 1 of those has to be this. Because I'm already there, I cannot export. So we're going to export using that. We're going to start with this one. It's a lowly 4. However, any one from Algarve is a +1 automatically when you export it. So that's a 5. 6, 7. Whoop. So that is going there, and that's going to be 7 points in the majority. 7 puts us at 45. And then the second one that we're going to export is going to be that 9 right there. In region 5, there are no cubes, so that's just going to be straight up 9. That is my last barrel. Now that 9 could go there, but I elect to put it on the 8 instead. 8 points, and that's going to give us the majority there as well. So that's going to be 8. 5 and 3. Took the lead. So that is 1. And then I'm going to use that expert for the +2. Oh, back up. Before I do that, I get to see what this is. Woo! Now, those experts happen to be the 2 colors I have. That is a yellow and a blue. They also coincide with the colors that he has. So they offset one another. So, well, to be fair, the blue is a 2 no matter what, right? Because it's 2 plus it's a 2 on there, so I'm not worried about that. All right. All right. So for our first action, what the hell are we going to do? What's important? I've already used that. I don't want to use either one of those. So what do? I have $3 to our name. Wants to be red, and that's 9. Let me see, that would be a 2, a 4, a 6, and then that would be a 7, 8, 9 potentially. Oh, it's a new year and these get shuffled too. Okay. Gives me a chance to stall for a minute while I think about this. I can't afford it's quality over quantity at this point for the wine. It has to be quality 9 and it's got to be from 2, 3, 6, or 8. So it's that one. Okay. And it's got to be a 9. 3, 6, 7, 8. I got it. So when I produce, I'm going to get both those barrels. Well, at least there's that. So I don't need to worry about those. So what the hell? What am I trying to do? What am I trying to do? I have a 6 red. Maybe I go get a seller. No, that doesn't seem, because then that's worth 12 points. A seller's worth 3. I would need 5. I have 3. I can't do that. So action number 1, I could sell that 6 and then get 2 sellers. That's 6 points. That actually seems pretty good. I'm not going to beat him in money. I just don't see any way that that's going to happen. So I think that's what we do. Action number 1 is that. It costs me nothing. I'm going to sell this 6. I have no barrel. Oh, I do have a barrel. Hold on. I do have a barrel. I will do this. That'll be a 6 red. I need to put a barrel on it, but I'm going to get to 3. I'm good. So that's action number 1. Action number 2 is to go there. I owe a buck for jumping and a buck for this. That's 2. And then I need $6 for 2 sellers. There and there. And a cube goes into 9. A cube. Also, technically, you would do this as a reminder where it's going to go. Yeah, I will get one of those back. So that works out. All right. That is both my actions. I am done. Vital, what you gonna do to me? Here we go. All right, he is going down to the bottom. Okay. This is probably moot, but he's going there and there. You don't add a second dollar there. So he is going to draw 2 numbers. That's 9. He's adding a renown cube there. And 2. Again, it's probably moot, but there and that goes away, and then that and that goes away. Done. And then action number 2. Is he's going to export. Now, to be clear, when he exports, take 2 renown cubes from the region with the most cubes. So it's going to be 2 from there. Draw numbers until you draw a number greater than, so those technically get shuffled. But my question is, I don't think he actually does it. The reason is, all his barrels are tied up on there. Is one of those edge case things. If he has barrels available, right? So let me see. It's into solo. Sorry, I'm looking. There we go. I am looking. Or do you take one off of those? I don't know what the answer is. Does anybody have that answer? Because it says repeat steps 1 to 3 and place and score a second barrel, if any. with a barrel on it. Once he's out of barrel, I think he doesn't do the action. Man, that's frustrating. I don't see anything on this. So if he doesn't do an action then, I mean, because it's worth more points on the endgame tile than it is, because that's only 9 and he already has the majority. But I feel like this should be something I should have an answer for. That's all 8 of his barrels. I don't think he does it. So I'm going to assume not. So we're not going to bother drawing a card there. And for his second action, he takes the last cellar, he goes there, and he adds 1 renown cube. Adds a renown cube to 7. 7's out. Puts 1 in 1. Oh no, he actually does a second one. Apologies. Does a second one, even if he discards as many as there are left. So he's done. Then, at the end of the game, I believe I get 1 more action and he does not. Which now I feel like is cheating in my benefit. Did y'all hear that? Huh. You okay, Lincoln? Hey, bud. You all right? You scare yourself waking up? End of the game. Here we go. After the third fair, at the end of the 6th year, move the round marker to the circle to the right of the fair icon. Start right. That's for final scoring. But I thought, end of game, there is 1 final action that we get to use. I thought. Oh, yeah. This does not make for great TV. I apologize. Fair phase, then the year ends. So I guess it's just 2. For Lacerda's final action, the one outside the quadra. Oh, right. Yeah. That's right. Got it. Right here. That action, after the fair, I get to do. He doesn't do one. That's it. Right. Okay. So he doesn't do, okay. Am I owed a buck? Yeah. He took 3 actions. Oh, so never mind. He didn't actually do that. Apologies. I got lost. So that, and technically, that comes back. He's taken his 2 Did he? Oh, yeah, he did. Right. He did that, and then that. He didn't do that. Apologies. So Vital's game is done. We go ahead. Now we go into maintenance. This comes back to me. Vital has none. Then we go into production. Production is at a +2. So that is going to be 3 + 2 is a 5. 2 + 2 is 4. 3, that's a 10. Which is glorious. That is 3, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that is a 4. I had no wine to age, so okay, done. And now we do the fair. I go first. We're going to go ahead and present this 11 white from 6. That is technically an 11 white, so I'm just going to turn it over there. So, no, 11 yes, from 6 yes. So I'm going to get both of those. And that's an 11. And 11 goes to 44. 44. So we've done that. I get to choose a tent. I guess I'll take, I mean, I think it's moot, but better safe than sorry. There's 3. And now I can discard one of each, and I will. So that's going to be a total of 5 to 12. Take the barrels back. I've already done it. Get rid of my wine. And now Vital does the same. So Vital is going to present a 9 level. 9 from 27 is 36. He's going to take 2 renown cubes from Algarve, which are the 2 that I took for the cellar, but it doesn't matter. So there. So he gets $3 and 2 more for that. So $3. Discard 1 face up for each of the experts. That is going to be the exact same 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So now, first and third, I get 15, he gets 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 15 is 68. And now we change turn order, so he gets to choose first, going up there. But he has no barrels, so he's done. He's not going to take any. I am. I have 1, 2, 3. But 1 is going there. 1 is going to be the cellar one there. And get rid of a wine. It does not matter which at this point. And so now it's a matter of, that's worth 9. And I've taken 6, so that's 12. I'll take that one. And I have to discard a wine for that. That'll be that. Done. All right. So now that that's done, you'll notice I get to take one more action. Okay. I have a 9 wine. I have no barrel. Check that. Literally, it does not matter what I do. I'm not going to score any more points. So I, much like oh, to be clear, Vital and I both got one more fair point, by the way, because it has the arrows. So technically, there and there. Okay, fair enough. All right. It does not matter what I'm going to do, so I'm going to forego the action. It really does not matter, given my in-game scoring stuff. So this is how much money do... Oh, I guess I have no barrels, so I can't sell. I can't export. Getting experts doesn't get me anything. Getting those, no. Literally, yeah, I'm going to skip it. So I have 1 bago left. So I will score 0, 0, 0, 0. Done. Wine, half its value, rounded not in your favor. That is going to be, I have a 9 wine. That's an 8 plus 1. So that's going to be 4 points for that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And now we're going to score majorities for this. Vital gets 8. I get 22 because majorities. So he gets 8 to 60. And I get 22, 72, 94. Okay. And now we score those, as long as they have barrels on them. All 3 of mine have barrels on them. Three per seller. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's 15. 2 per barrel that I took back from the magnates, 2, 4, 6. That's going to be 12, and 15 is 27. 27 and 2 for each of these. 27. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that is 14. That's 41 points. 41 is 6 and 35. That's 135. Vital's turn. Just want to make sure that I'm not forgetting any other scoring other than those tiles for him. It's about accolades. That's it. All right, so he has 4 down here with tiles. That's 40 points. That's dead at 100. All right, so now let's take a look. Where are we? Right there-ish. Let's see. All right. Award yourself accolades based on the following criteria. More points? I score 135 to 100. That's 4. Here, we'll count it in red wine. That seems appropriate. Then, more money than Lacerda? Nope. Then, trophies from fairs. I won all 3, so that's actually a 7. Okay, this is killing me. I can't do that. Hold on. There we go. Let's do it there. Way better. There we go. So we're at 7. Each estate with 3 slots filled. That's one of them. 1 accolade each. So that is going to be now an 8. Then, more endgame victory points in the export area than Lacerda. Checks out 22 to 8. That makes that a 9. None of your barrels left in the magnates area. That would be a cool, hot, even 10. That dog will hunt. Wine producer, you were really getting the hang of this. Well, you know, I'm drinking milk. Wow, y'all made it this far. That's awesome. Appreciate that. Thank you. Truly, thank you. Maybe watch 100 or 200 of those other videos. That's helpful. As is subscribing to the channel. That's really helpful as well. Maybe support us over on Patreon. Also helpful. So any and all of those things. Appreciated, y'all.